Welcome everyone to Dead Talk Live. I'm your host Viz from Walking Dead Now. Want to welcome all of our viewers, new and regular. If you are visiting us for the first time and want more information about our show, please visit our website right up there, deadtalklive.com. Get all the information about our show, see upcoming guests, featured episodes, the 4 most recent episodes, and so on. So go check it out if you're visiting us for the first time and you really just want to know what the hell is this. So also please visit our YouTube channel, which is called Walking Dead Now, and please subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you're at our YouTube channel right now, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. A lot of people are coming in fast and furious. I want to welcome everybody. I'll say a few quick mentions here. Fat Hobo, Gypsy is with us. Moon Fox, Stephanie Ruiz, Benja is also with us on YouTube. Bree is with us on Facebook. Princess, Ruben, Jollison, Nick, all from YouTube. Facebook. Donnie is also with us. Late Mike is joining us on YouTube. Arkham is with us on YouTube. On Instagram, we have Sandy, Evelyn, 6N, Ismail is joining us. General Boss, AZ Gamer, our regular, is with us. AMX is with us. Let's see. 96, iCruiser, Stamperson, Active BW, CC Wheezy is with us, Medtuba, JW, Christina, Tanchia, Freddie, Queen, all of you, welcome. List goes on and on and on. Eric Raven, Florian, Sumi, Letitia, God of Emperor, Alhor, everybody's coming in fast and furious. Welcome to tonight's episode of Dead Talk Live. Tomorrow, just a reminder, is our 100th episode of Dead Talk Live. 100 straight days, guys. We've been on the air 100 straight days as of tomorrow. My good friend, Gypsy Road, whose YouTube channel is called Gypsy Road, who is with us on YouTube right now, is going to be my special co-host celebrating tomorrow. We're going to be talking The Walking Dead. We're going to be recounting some of our highlights from the last 100 episodes of Dead Talk Live, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So please join us if you can. We'd love to have you. That's tomorrow night, this time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. And I do have some other news to announce. Hard Productions, our loyal, longtime viewer from YouTube, has officially joined our Walking Dead Now Dead Talk Live team. So I want to welcome Hard Productions, aka Ethan, to the team. Welcome, Ethan. I know you're going to be a great addition to our team, and we look forward to having you. So it's just going to be amazing to get your input, get your creativity on the team, and it's going to be fantastic. And literally, like just a minute before we got on live today, Andrew finished posting on our YouTube channel the Walking Dead Family Hangout that happened a week ago, last Saturday. It's been very hard to find, but I did find it. I put it through a copyright test because I don't want to post anything that's copyrighted. Besides it, not being eligible for monetization, which is nothing new. It passed all the copyright. It's up on our YouTube channel right now called Walking Dead Now. So after tonight's episode, if you want to watch it, it's an hour and a half long. And it's all the cast members, not all of them, 30 cast members from The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, World Beyond, and it's hosted by Yvette Nicole Brown. She's the host. So it's up on our YouTube channel. So feel free to check in on it after we're done with tonight's episode of Dead Talk Live, or check in on it tomorrow. So let's see. Lee is with us on Instagram, HM, Zambika is joining us. Nice to see you again, Zambika. It's been a while. Samperson92 is joining us on Instagram. Weather with Abe is joining us, saying, who is hyped for the Rick Grimes movies? I am. We just got to be patient because it's going to be a little while longer. Shane is with us on YouTube as well. Vanessa is with us on Facebook. Jean Roosevelt is with us on Facebook. Mona is with us on Facebook. Welcome, everybody. Let's see. Moon Fox wants to know what happened to Rick. Rick blew up a bridge. He blew up a bridge, was presumed dead, but he was rescued by a helicopter, and we're not going to find out anymore until the Rick Grimes movies come out. That's about as short of a nutshell version I can give out. Lee Loez writes, Dead Talk Live. Love you guys. Well, we love you too, Loez. Thank you for joining us. Muhammad is with us on YouTube. Hey, Muhammad. Welcome on YouTube, guys. So, here in the U.S., guys, it looks like it's going to happen. TikTok can be banned at any minute. I don't know how many of you guys care. I mean, TikTok, I just started as a side thing like a month ago. No big deal. It's not going to affect me in any way, shape, or form. It's not any of our four major platforms. Our four major platforms in which this program gets broadcasted to simultaneously every night is YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. But I really feel bad for all the TikTok people out there who have worked hard to build up a presence. I, don't want to get into the politics of this. This is not what this show is about. We're not here to discuss politics. This is just the social media side of TikTok. It could be banned at any minute. Literally, at any minute, it could be banned. And if we do have TikTok followers out here in the United States, to kind of give you an example of how it's going to look like, it's not just going to just disappear overnight. What's going to happen is what the United States federal government can do is they will prevent American companies from basically advertising any kind of stuff on TikTok. They do have the authority to do that. Especially if the government uses the National Security Powers Act. So it's not just going to disappear, but if the U.S. pulls all that support from it, TikTok is just going to go down the drain really quickly here in the U.S. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to get into the politics of it, but I just want to announce it to you guys. AMX is with us saying I was on TikTok before I came on here. AMX writes, Microsoft is buying TikTok. No, the U.S. government nixed that. The Microsoft is not buying TikTok. That is not going to happen. That kind of purchase would require government approval. So AMX, yeah, that's not how the U.S. government works. It's going to, that's not going to pass. That's not going to happen. Starboy is with us saying, I'm just passing through. Well, thank you for checking us out, Starboy. Angel Shivi is with us saying hello. Welcome, Angel, to us from Instagram. AZ Gamer writes, yep, you're right, Viz. So let's see. Andrew says, still very possible it will. Moonfox writes, I watched The Walking Dead since I was 8. Dracar's Mirrors is with us on YouTube saying hello. Ria is with us on Facebook. Good morning, saying good morning to everyone from the Philippines, where it's 9:40 in the morning. You guys are a whole 12 hours ahead of us. A whole half a day, literally on the other side of the world. Hunter Blind is with us on YouTube saying, what's up, everyone? So, I found this great short video of J.D. Negan, sharing some of his favorite Comic-Con moments. So let's go ahead and check that out, guys.
13 of the past 14 years, I have been lucky enough to go to San Diego Comic-Con. The last 5, I guess, with The Walking Dead, and the last 5 have been the most fun thing I've ever gotten to do. A couple years ago, people were throwing us their phones to take selfies from, 50 yards back, and they were bouncing off my face and Norman's head, and for like 30 seconds, I felt like what it must feel like for, being a beetle or something, So we miss being there. We miss all of you, so I really hope, we get to see you soon. Big love.
So there you have it, J.D. Morgan. You notice he was holding a Lucille replica? Did you guys notice that? Right under his chin, he was holding a Lucille bat replica right there. Anyway, I thought you guys might find that interesting. Of course, Comic-Con this year was virtual, not quite the same thing. Tammy is with us on YouTube saying she just subbed. First time here. Welcome, Tammy. Welcome to our family here. We appreciate you being here with us. Jamie is also with us from YouTube. Amar Dara is with us on Facebook. Welcome, guys. AZ Gamer writes on Instagram, that was really funny. Youssef says, I very much love The Walking Dead. Yes, we are all big Walking Dead fans. Samperson92 writes, let's go UK TikTok gang. Yes, I have no idea what the UK, I don't think the UK has any plans on doing anything with TikTok. Samperson writes, I got 16,000 views on my The Walking Dead fan page. That is awesome, Samperson. What platform is that page on? Yeah, AMX is also asking the same question. That's awesome, Samperson. 16,000 views on your fan page. Do you mean your TikTok Walking Dead fan page? Let us know. So let's see what else is going on. Did you guys know there's a Walking Dead board game out there? Yeah, there's a Walking Dead board game. I took a picture. I found a picture of it online. So Samperson's platform is on TikTok. I hope you're not in the U.S., Samperson. So let me show you this Walking Dead board game. It's called Escape Room in a Box. Who said board games were dead? There is a Walking Dead board game. You guys... we're all quarantined or semi-quarantined. At least some of us are. And, you want to play a board game with the family instead of looking at those screens all day long? Well, here you go. Here's a great way to, if you have any family members who are not Walking Dead fans and you want to bring them into the mix, this is how you do it. Family night board games, the Walking Dead style. I have no idea how the game is played. I just found this out about an hour ago. Late Mike saying, what's inside? I have no idea. Don't know how the game is played, but you guys can look it up, okay? After the show, you guys can look it up. I'll do it as well. Samperson is in the UK. All right, Samperson. So your 16,000 views on TikTok is safe at the moment. AMX writes on Instagram, isn't it a crime mystery thing? I don't know. I really don't know. AMX also writes, I've seen a Walking Dead board game where you solve a murder mystery. Like Clue? I love Clue. That's like one of my favorite board games. And Gypsy Road is reminding us there is a Walking Dead wine. He showed it to me. It does exist. There is a Walking Dead wine bottles, I guess, out there. Raquel is with us on Facebook. Says, I really love watching The Walking Dead. I can't wait for season 11. Well, we can't wait for season 11 either, but for right now, we just want to see the end of season 10. We still have 2 whole months. 2 months and 3 days until we get that finale. Hopefully that time will pass quickly, guys. That's all I can say. Hopefully that time will pass quickly. Christina is with us on Instagram, giving us a lot of love hearts, saying, I love you. We love you too, Christina. Thank you so much for joining us. Lady Guerrero is with us. saying on Instagram saying, yeah, it does. It talks to you once you download the app. This is a board game. No app, no computer, no mobile phone. It's a good old sit at the table, bust open the box, board game, old school. You know, I love board games. That's how I grew up. Those are the games that were available when I was a little kid, you know. The internet, I didn't get on the internet until I was 21 years old, 1995. That's right, guys. I'm a little bit older. 1995, I got on the internet December 12th, 1995, and 4 days later, 4 days after I got on the internet for the first time on December 16th, 1995, on America Online chat room, I met this girl, and that girl turned out to be my wife. And here we are, 25 years later, still very happily married. So all these sites like eHarmony and Match and whatever that are out there today, yeah, we pioneered that shit. We pioneered that shit before there was any kind of dating apps. I met my wife on America Online. I don't know how many of you guys care about that, but yeah, we pioneered that. Zambika writes, oh, that's so sweet. Samperson also writes, oh, AZ Gamer writes, wow, Viz, you're damn awesome. Thank you, Gamer. AMX writes, yes. Lady Guerrero says, aha, epic zombie killer. My favorite character is Daryl. Caesar writes, I love The Walking Dead. When is season 10 coming out? If you're talking about Netflix, it's not coming out to probably the early part of next year. We're still waiting for the finale to finish here on October 4th. Late Mike says, I care. Well, thank you, Late Mike. Veronica is with us on YouTube. Hello, Veronica. So yeah, guys, you know, back in those days, you know, you got to say 21 years old, 4 days after I got on 4 days after I got my first internet computer, I met my wife in an AOL chat room that was called Redheads. She is not a redhead. She lied. It's okay. I just stumbled into that room by mistake. My wife is not a redhead, but she was in the redhead room. Yeah, times were different back then, okay, as far as chat rooms and all that. America Online, this is before high-speed internet. America Online was on dial-up. All the internet was on dial-up. And America Online charged you by the minute, like a telephone call. So every time you got on the internet, it was ridiculous. I was racking up $600 a month bills for being on dial-up internet. Just to give you guys an idea of how much shit has changed in 25 years. Okay? In 1995, high-speed internet did not really exist. It was all done through the phone. It was dial-up. And the speeds were like 120 kilobits per second. I mean, it took you about 30 minutes to download one picture, just to give you an idea of how slow that shit is. And yeah, they charge you by the minute. It wasn't until like 2 years later that AOL went to a prepaid plan because people were complaining of the ridiculous prices. $600 a month to be on the internet. WTF? What the hell? So a lot of stuff has come a long way since then. Andrew writes, technology has really evolved fast. Yeah, and the weird part is, a lot of you guys in the younger generation, you guys were born into this, but someone like me in my mid-40s, having seen it start and just go to where it is now, you know, Gypsy Road. I know he's gone silent. He doesn't want to speak about his age, but I know he remembers. CC Wheezy writes, classic Viz. That sounds like ancient history. You know, at the way that how fast stuff is moving right now, that sort of is ancient history. So anyway, let's move on. Let's move on, guys. We've talked about the board game. AMC apparently is not happy with the preliminary scripts for the upcoming Rick Grimes movies, and they're having trouble getting something that's to their liking, which is part of what is holding up the films. Now, the scripts will, of course, follow former series protagonist Rick Grimes after he got separated from the group indefinitely. Rick, who many on the show think is dead, has now set his eyes on fresh adventures, which, according to AMC creatives, will reveal an entirely new side to his character. Plot details are still scarce, but reportedly, he'll get mixed up with a group of crazy scientists who are working on developing a cure for the zombie virus, the CRM, the Civic Republic Military. As far as the movies are concerned, it seems that AMC may have bitten off more than they can chew here. I don't agree with that. With the coronavirus pandemic having halted production of both film and television, it'll take them a while before they can produce them, and of course the network has an 11th season of The Walking Dead in development. Not to mention that they still have to air the final episode of the 10th. Suffice it to say, they've got their hands full. They do, but they'll figure it out. They will figure it out, no doubt about that. IRC is joining us from Brazil on Facebook. Late Mike says he's still on season 6 on YouTube. Poon Markor is with us on Instagram. Demi is with us also on Instagram saying, wow, that sounds good though, something different. You know, seeing a different side of Rick, that has me intrigued. Christina is also asking, when is the season continuing? October 4th. We are going to get the finale. Sunday, October 4th. And right after the Walking Dead finale, we are going to get the series premiere of The Walking Dead World Beyond. That's the brand new limited 2-season series that is going to be premiering after the finale of The Walking Dead. AZ Gamer, as always, wants to know what today's topic is about. We're going to be talking about the Rick Grimes movies. But we do have a lot of announcements to go through today. So moving on. So we've discussed this before in regards to RJ and Judith and who's going to raise them now that both Michonne and Rick are not on the TV show, okay? So here's what Angela Kang, who is the current showrunner of The Walking Dead, this is what she told comicbook.com. Who will look after RJ and big sister Judith now that mom Michonne has left The Walking Dead? The Grimes children stayed behind when Michonne headed north in search of their father. It's weird. I don't think it was ever mentioned that she was going north. But that leads even more to the theories that the CRM that took Rick is in New York City. Anyway, let's see what it goes on to say. North in search of their father, the long-missing Rick Grimes, whose belongings were discovered inside a washed-up boat on Bloodsworth Islands years after his presumed death. Michonne entrusted the care of her children to their Uncle Daryl before embarking on her journey to find the brave man. Norman Reedus, lost my spot there, and bring him home. But Walking Dead executive producer Scott Gimple answered with a deflection when asked to identify RJ and Judith as guardian. He goes on to say, if you look at Judith's history of parents and guardians, they're the ones in danger, Gimple said during the Walking Dead virtual Comic-Con. Judith is taking care of herself fine, even taking care of RJ. Anybody who gets in that position with Judith winds up going, and she came into this world with a difficult sort of situation. I'm just saying, he added, I'm not as worried about RJ and Judith as the person taking care of them. Asked a similar question on an October episode of Talking Dead, showrunner Angela Kang hinted the children will be cared for by various members of the Alexandria community. The amazing thing about the apocalyptic community is that it's truly a village, Kang said, adding there are so many people who love Judith and RJ. Now, okay, I like Angela's answer. Okay, the community's going to take care of them. Gimple's answer of, 10-year-old girl taking care of not only herself, but her little but her little toddler brother, that's not very realistic. No matter how tough Judith is, and she is one little ass kicker, she really is. But, we saw, a few episodes before the last one we saw on TV, where she had to put down, what's his name, who saved him from the hilltop raid, and he got bit. And just before he tried to kill himself to keep the children safe, he entrusted the safety of the other children to Judith. And her having to put him down after he turned because he botched that. And then Daryl comes in asking where's Judith, and she's hunched up against the floor. She's still a little girl. No matter how tough she is still a little girl. And, we got to make it realistic. I've always asked, now that Michonne and Rick are gone, who's going to take care of these kids? Ed Knox is with us on YouTube. Tammy is also with us on YouTube, saying Judith is so good, I know she'll survive like Rick. I absolutely agree with you, Tammy, on YouTube. Neil is with us on YouTube as well. Let's see. Ed Knox is with us saying, I follow you on Instagram. That's awesome, Ed. Ed Knox also found us on YouTube. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe, Ed, and give us that thumbs up. Gypsy Road writes, I love this channel. I love all the people who are subscribed to this channel, and I can't wait to be on the show tomorrow with Viz and his wonderful crew. We can't wait to have you as well, Gypsy. Iris C. Santos is with us on Facebook. Lotus is also with us on Facebook from the Philippines. Says, I love The Walking Dead. Epic Zombie Killer on YouTube writes, I'll always be loyal to the Walking Dead family. That is awesome. Diva is joining us, saying, do we all like zombies? Yes. And I've said it before, guys. We all do like zombies. But The Walking Dead, it's not about zombies. It really, really isn't. The Walking Dead is about, it's a drama. For me, it's, even though we do have a lot of blood, gore, guts, and all that other good stuff, The Walking Dead is more of a drama to me than a horror. It's all about characters. It's the characters that make the show interesting. How many movies have been made out there just expecting that just because they have zombies, the movie's going to be successful, and it has completely flopped. Just because you put in zombies in a movie or a TV show does not mean automatic success. The reason why The Walking Dead is 10 years in and still going strong is because of the characters, okay? I've said it before, you can replace the zombies with big giant rats that ate up most of humanity. It would still be a great show. So that's my opinion on that. Anil on YouTube writes, I am a diehard Walking Dead fans. Lala is with us on Facebook saying, I like Judith's angelic face. Kaylee Fleming is an amazing little girl actress. She is awesome. Epic Zombie Killer writes, The Walking Dead main show I grew up with and been watching since I was 12. Yeah. Tammy Hillhouse on YouTube writes, I will be the Walking Dead fan till the end. It's about the people and their relationships on The Walking Dead. Absolutely. Let's see what else is going on. AZ Gamer says he strongly agrees with me on Instagram. Vital Gina says I'm definitely an ultimate Walking Dead fan since the beginning. AMX writes, just drama about trying to survive. It's more about the people now. Absolutely, guys. Samperson92 writes on Instagram, apparently some people think the series is based off kids playing, and when each other character dies, it shows a kid leaving for dinner. Nope, no, it's not about that. AMX says, I've been watching it since I was 9 or 10. Yep. Sashan is with us on Instagram and waving. Hello, Sashan. Tara is also joining us on Instagram. Hello. Janie on Instagram saying Team Walking Dead. So let's move on. Speaking about the delays in regards to season 11 now. This is not about the Rick Grimes movies. Angela Kang specifically addressed that the obvious delays we're going to have in season 11. We're not going to have a season 11 this year. At best, we're going to get season 11 October 2021. At best and at the earliest. October 2021. So it's a long time out. But she goes on in the article, says, speaking about the situation the show has found itself in, Angela Kang told the Walking Dead virtual Comic-Con panel, these are just unprecedented times for everyone, so I think it's just something that we're all approaching with the greatest creativity we can. There's definitely things that we miss in some of the writing we're doing for the first episodes back, but at the same time, sometimes the limits that are placed on you lead to a lot of amazing creativity. Despite the delays, the show's writers have been working remotely, and Angela said, we're just been diving into great character work. Hopefully great character work. I don't want to pat ourselves on the back too soon, but we still have a lot to do. But it's really important to us that everybody feels comfortable shooting and that we're safe when we do it. And so if that means we've got to change things up a little bit, it's not a huge burden for us. We get to sit and make up stories in our heads, and these wonderful actors bring it to life. And that's quite a privilege. Back in May, series executive producer and director Greg Nicotero said new social distancing guidelines and protocols would change dramatically when the show can finally resume filming. What he means by that, I think, is that when they do go back to filming, there'll be a whole bunch of new protocols in place as opposed to what the world was like before this pandemic. And it makes total sense. It makes absolutely total sense. Let's see. Janie on Instagram writes, and is it normal because Norman have a little guy really young, so they have to be safe when they do it? I mean, actors have families. Yes. These are human beings, guys. And it's no different than any other workplace. When you go to work, you expect to be safe. No different for The Walking Dead, any movie or other TV show out there. When you go to work, you expect to be safe. Tammy Hillhouse says, welcome back to Late Mike. Anil is also back with us. So, that's just the way it is. Horror17 is giving us a smiley face. Let's see. Franar14 is giving us a smiley left face on Instagram. The Broken says Judith is the smaller version of Rick and Michonne. Even though Michonne is not her biological mom and Rick is not her biological dad, she's very much like both of them put together. But Shane, who is her biological dad, he was a pretty badass dude himself. Samperson says October 2021. What? Yep. That's the earliest we're going to get season 11. Gamer writes, yep, without the actors, TV shows and movies are waste. Absolutely. They are the ones that bring things to life. So, here's a moment that J.D. Morgan wishes was adapted for the TV show involving Lucille, okay, the bat. So this is what the article goes on to say about that. So what moment in the comics did Morgan miss out on? Well, it happens to be Lucille's death. The Bat, not his ex-wife. The Bat. Okay? In the comic books, Lucille stayed by Negan's side a lot longer than it did in the TV show. In fact, Negan was still wielding Lucille by the time the Whisperers rolled around in the graphic text. Negan uses Lucille to beat and bludgeon Beta, but the Bat breaks due to the Force. Beta's a big-ass dude. Negan ends up holding a heartfelt and emotional funeral for the Bat, which effectively is the long-awaited goodbye to his favorite late wife, whom he named the Bat after. And it's this moment of farewell Morgan wanted to play out on the screen. Speaking on the Comic-Con panel, JD said, in the comic books, when he loses Lucille, I missed that scene, and we're never going to get to do that scene, and I always loved it. Now, Negan, JD, he has Lucille Part 2, okay? But it's not the original Lucille, okay? It's not the original Lucille. It's Lucille Part 2. So what he's talking about in this article is about the original Lucille, which on the TV show, you thought, you would think the communities might have burnt it as a symbol that that part, that way of living is dead. But no, according to Michonne, she might have been lying. But when Michonne is talking to Negan when he's jailed, and he asks about Lucille, she tells him they just left it out in the woods. They didn't take it, they didn't break it, they didn't burn it, they didn't bury it, they didn't piss all over it, they didn't take a giant dump on it. No, they just left it out there. So that's what happened. So Charmed Evenstar is with us. Hey Kat, thank you for logging on while you're on the train. It's always a pleasure to have you with us, Kat. Tammy Hillhouse writes, I respect the fact the Walking Dead show took a break because of the coronavirus. I'm definitely willing to wait till they can film safely. I totally agree with you, Tammy. CC Wheezy on Instagram writes, in the comics, Dwight had Lucille before he gave it back to Negan. Ah, okay. Didn't know that. So Dwight had Lucille, I'm assuming after All Out War, and Dwight gave it back to Negan. Okay, did not know that. That's good information right there. Late Mike is leaving us on YouTube. Late Mike, thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure. It was a pleasure having you with us. So here's what Norman Reedus Daryl's comment is on a possible Daryl versus Beta rematch in this upcoming finale. This is his quote, okay? Just me personally, Norman, there is that kind of come get me thing that you joke between each other. But Norman says he took a lot of Excedrin the day after the first fight with Beta, saying that he's a big guy and he's got a very big stunt double as well. So it all hurts for me. Now, yesterday I showed you guys a picture of Norman Reedus standing right next to Ryan Hurst, who plays Beta. And yeah, Beta, Ryan Hurst, is a big dude. He is a big dude. Janie on Instagram writes, yep, Roxana is giving us a smiley love face on Instagram. Let's see, Mr. Galaxy is also waving at us. Hello, Mr. Galaxy on Instagram. Dub Marco is giving us a thumbs up. XXIE on Instagram is giving us a smiley love face. Ranchan is also saying hello, sir. Big fan. Welcome, all you guys. Welcome to the show. Pleasure having you here with us. Gypsy Road writes, he is a giant. Anil writes, I fight with my wife for The Walking Dead. She does not like zombies. Yeah, my wife's not a big horror fan either. And my wife watched the show with me up until the end of season 6. Every episode. Not really. I mean, she was a fan. She loved the storyline of the characters. She's not a big horror fan of blood, guts, and gore. But she tolerated it because of the great characters. But if you guys remember how season 6 ended, with them all lined up, with Negan waving Lucille around, my wife knew exactly what was coming in season 7, and the finale of season 6 is the last episode that me and my wife watched together of The Walking Dead. Kumal is with us on Instagram saying, "How are you? I'm good. Welcome." Morel is also with us on Instagram. Welcome, guys. So let's move on. David Morrissey, the governor. We all remember the governor, right? Got to give it to David Morrissey, man. He is still campaigning to bring the governor back. Whenever he gives an interview, he loved playing the part of the governor, and he did a great job doing it. He was awesome as the governor. But here's what Morrissey had to say to comicbook.com. Those episodes were all me, Morrissey said. It was just my story, and I loved that. And I think there's something to be told. There are stories to be told in those novels that I think are really fascinating. Megan, who was the would-be replacement for his dead daughter Penny, whose reanimated corpse was kept chained in her father's private quarters, the zombified Penny was ultimately put to rest when she was discovered by a sickened Michonne. Morrissey goes on to say, I love the character. I found the character to be a very complex and weird person in the sense that he would do things which would shock you in their violence, but also they would shock you in his kindness, in his compassion, that you would go, oh, I wouldn't think that he would ever do that. Now hold on a minute. Who here can recall a moment of compassion that the governor showed? When I read this, I was like, what? Besides his false, smile at your face, stab you in the back attitude, who remembers any moment that the governor showed any kind of compassion? I can't. Do you guys? Gypsy wants to know, how can you bring him back? He did die. No, you're not having a Mandela effect. They're talking about flashbacks. That's the only way you can bring the governor back. And Neil goes on to say that his wife loves Daryl, his style, his calmness. Can I share something with you guys? My son, my middle child, he's a very good-looking kid. I know I'm not objective. I'm his dad. But my son, all my kids are beautiful. My son is beautiful, but I'm getting off topic. He had Daryl length hair. His hair was exactly like Daryl Dixon's on the show. I loved it. Just like Daryl. He's 16 years old. And he had Daryl Dixon badass hair. So I wake up this afternoon because I don't go to bed till like 6 in the morning. I work all night. And my wife's like, did you see so-and-so? I'm like, no, not yet. He's like, go take a look at him. Dude, she took him to the barber shop and they chopped off his hair. I was like, what? I'm like, you had Daryl hair, and he's upset. He's upset about it. He was upset even before I even saw it. I felt so bad for him. But it's going to grow back. It's going to grow back. But my son has this amazing hair. I wished I had his hair at his age. And it's literally, if you want to imagine it, it is just like Daryl Dixon's hair, okay? And my wife said when she took him to the barber, she said just 2 inches but they just whacked it off. I'm like, what? Damn. My son is not a complainer. But you could tell he was upset about it. I was upset about it. But it's hair. It's going to grow back. And I got really off topic there. I'm sorry. I had to share that with you guys. So sorry about going off topic there. Let's see. So we're getting some new characters on Fear the Walking Dead. Especially that bounty hunter that Virginia supposedly hires to finish off Morgan. Here's what Scott Gimple had to say. There are a number of new characters this season on Fear. With each new character we have on the show, they open up whole new worlds, and there are some huge developments that come out of new characters and really huge new worlds that we see. Gimple said during the Fear the Walking Dead virtual Comic-Con. One of the characters, though, is somebody that opens up a whole new side to Virginia, and that's her little sister. Through Dakota, audiences will see this other side of Virginia, who supplanted Logan as the lead antagonist late in the show's 5th season. This dimensionalizes Virginia, and we see a vulnerability, and we see a relationship that shows us an entirely different side of the character, a whole different side of her characterization. Gimple added, Mrs. Coletti is a brilliant actor, and I see her with Colby is really good stuff, and it's scary fun. So that's about some of the new characters we're going to be getting on Fear the Walking Dead when that premieres on October 11th. Let's see what's going on. iCruiser writes, we're always here to talk. That's true. So, I don't feel so bad about going off topic sometimes. Like I said, I see all you guys as my extended family and friends, and I feel very comfortable sharing stuff with you guys. So for all the comic book fans out there, I read an article today that really confused the shit out of me. Okay. It's again in reference to Lucille, but this time not the Bat. Negan's, wife, Lucille. Now, I have not read the comics from start to finish. I've never kept that a secret. So I want to read you this bit from the article, and I want to see if you guys can explain it to me, because from what I understand, this makes no sense. Okay? So here's what it's about Lucille, Negan's ex-wife. Here's what it says. Basically, it goes on to say Lucille is one of the survivors of the outbreak, and she is yet to appear in The Walking Dead. For those who have not read the comics, Lucille is Negan's ex-wife. Not much is known about her life before the outbreak, but she and Negan lived together in Virginia. She was battling pancreatic cancer before the apocalypse and was undergoing chemotherapy. In the comics, she died and was revived as a zombie, but Negan was unable to find her to kill her. Their relationship was difficult as Negan was cheating on her, so if she goes on the show, there may be some tension. So I'm just totally confused, guys. My understanding was Lucille, like they sort of said here, died during the apocalypse. What are they talking about, this bringing her back stuff? I don't get that. The article itself just contradicts itself. And normally with this kind of article, I would just, toss it to the side and move on to the next thing. But I don't know. So if any of you, Andrew writes, he's like, I'm as confused as you. And Soft WD also says, what do you mean if she goes on the show? CC Wheezy, it makes no sense. Good. You know what? We're not going to spend any more time on it. I was thinking maybe there was something I didn't know. So now that hearing your guys' response, I'm not going crazy. Gamer writes, Viz, when is Morgan going to know about what happened with Rick Grimes? I have no idea. All right, guys. So that was just a nonsense article. Okay. One last thing of announcements before we move on. I found a great picture of Morgan. This is the game. This is just a little picture that somebody photoshopped using the trailer of Morgan, and of course the red eyes that had everybody guessing if Morgan turned into a walker. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really remember seeing a lot of walkers with red eyes. So let's start on today's topic, and let's pick this topic. Well, we'll sort of talk about it tomorrow with Gypsy on the 100th, but let's go ahead and introduce this topic today, and it'll be one of the things that we discuss tomorrow on our 100th episode with Gypsy Road as our co-host, okay? It's about the Rick Grimes movies. And what I wanted to do today is talk about and let us both, all of us together, put together the perfect plot line, the perfect plot line that we would like to see happen in the Rick Grimes movies. And I've posed some questions for you guys to think about for tomorrow's show, okay? Number 1, Jadis. Is she a friend or foe to Rick Grimes in the movies? Is she with the CRM? Does she know what the CRM has been doing with all the humans she's been giving them? Or has she been just turning a blind eye? Or is she going to stand up with Rick? That was question number 1. Rick. Does the movie pick up right after Rick gets airlifted off from that helicopter? How would you guys like to see it? Would you like to see it pick up exactly after they land wherever they're going? Presumably New York, to the CRM headquarters in New York? Or would you like to see it flash forward and then see what led up to him being wherever he is, done in little flashback moments? Something else to think about there. When we first see Rick in the movie, is the CRM going to put up a front, making them, feel comfortable, trusting them, trying to build up trust? Or are we going to see him straight off the bat being imprisoned after he's been dealt with medically in his wounds? Because he was very near death. He wasn't going to last much longer if that helicopter did not get there. He lost a lot of freaking blood throughout, season 9, episode 5, his last episode on the show. So, how are they going to start it? Are they going to try to is the CRM going to try to cozy up to him? Maybe get some information? Or is he going to just, is the movie going to start off with him being jailed, being held prisoner somewhere? Okay? Now, other question. Do you want the movie to start off like season 8 started? Like, boom, pedal to the metal, nonstop action. Just right from the get-go. Nonstop action, walkers, gunfights, maybe the CRM battling other people. The CRM shown to be brutal, attacking other humans, mowing them down like the governor used to do? Or do you want it to start a little bit slower? Okay? How big of a factor are the walkers going to play in this movie? Now, the CRM compounds, from what we've seen in the World Beyond trailers and a little bit in Fear the Walking Dead, it's always been assumed they are within a very nice safe haven, because these compounds, wherever they are, have been designed for the fall of mankind. Okay? So how big of a factor are walkers going to play in these movies? Obviously, we're going to see zombies. It's a Walking Dead movie. But how many zombies? Are the zombies going to be toned down? Or are they going to be a huge part of the storyline? Don't know. Okay? Now, for you guys personally, on the gore factor scale, 1 being you don't care if it's that gory at all, or a 10, you want an all-out blood splatter movie, what kind of gore factor scale do you want? A 1, a 5, a 10, a 9, 8, 7? What do you guys want to see as far as the gore in the Rick Grimes movies? Finally, I got 2 more questions. Which characters are we actually going to see in the first movie from the Walking Dead TV show? We know there's going to be a lot of characters coming into the movie. Melissa McBride, Negan, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, a whole bunch of people have been mentioned. Michonne, Jadis, obviously, she's with Rick. We're going to see Jadis in the first movie, and my prediction is we're also going to see Jadis die in the first movie. That's just my prediction. We're going to see a lot of Jadis in the first Rick Grimes movies. I don't think she gets to make it into the second Rick Grimes movie. And the last question is, what kind of role, when we do get the Walking Dead characters on the movie, how are they going to fit into this movie storyline? And it all ties into that article I read earlier today on the challenges that the writers are facing with these movies. The movies are a great idea. Don't get me wrong. These movies are a great idea. But the writing challenges these guys have to face is humongous. And I know they're going to come through. And that's why they've been saying that the pandemic is helping the Rick Grimes movies. It gives them a lot more time to really make the story that much better, as opposed to being rushed into production. So there is a silver lining to the delay we're getting. I just want to acknowledge some more people. Like I said, SoftyWD, Matt Williams is with us. Jesus is with us on Instagram. Self-Virus is with us. 5934 Sandy is with us on Instagram. Master is with us on Instagram. Lizeth is with us on YouTube. Karen is with us on YouTube. Tammy Hillhouse, Pat Rod, Joanne is with us on Facebook. Guys, we are out of time tonight. You guys have been great. Think about those questions that I've asked. Tomorrow is our 100th episode. Gypsy Road is going to be my special guest co-host. We'll be talking about those questions that I just posed. We're going to be talking about, some highlights over the last 100 episodes of Dead Talk Live. It's going to be a lot of fun. Please tune in tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time for our 100th Dead Talk Live episode. If you are visiting us for the first time, visit our website, deadtalklive.com. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel called Walking Dead Now. And as always, guys, until tomorrow night, where we celebrate our 100th episode, stay walking.